We're on CGSF and CITR Co-op Radio. We're the Homeless Marathon, and we have another special guest who's going to sing a poem. Introduce yourself and
my name is Gennargy O'Sullivan. I'm a fellow broadcaster at Co-op Radio. I do a program called When Spirit Whispers. I also do another program called Snoealth, which is a language. We teach the Salish language on the air, and we share the culture. It's so different being in front of people. When I'm on the air, I can just let her rip, but being in front of you and
show up in pajamas and stuff and
there.
Shorts, and we're not in front of people.
Yeah, it's different. So I'm really glad to be here. I have I'm going to school as well in Penticton, and I feel a little homeless too because I'm living in a hotel room so that I can go to school. And once school is finished, I have to find housing. So for me, that whole idea is quite frightening. But during my broadcasting years, I was able to go to the courthouse during the Frank Paul inquiry. And it was really disturbing what was going on in the courthouse. So I'd like to share with you something that I wrote called Hide and Die. This is about Frank Paul. It's called Hide and Die. From the beginning, it has been the system that has hidden. 9 years later, after you have covered your tracks and coincided with each other, you decide to come clean. But oh no, we can't have that, no. We can't have privileged information accessed by anybody or anyone. No sirree, no. You left a brother to hide and die from hypothermia. Yo, Constable Instant said that there was a hedge that Frank Paul could have crawled under for shelter. Is that okay? Frank Paul left snow angels on a hard, cold pavement. He made snow angels out of gravel as he hid to die. He died in the alley alone. His pants were down and his shirt pulled up, yet you justify this by saying that maybe he was burying his way to his own death like many do from hypothermia? He was hiding and dying, you think? You think? Do you think? He died in the alley alone. His pants were down and his shirt pulled up. Yet you justify this by saying that maybe he was burying his way to his own death like many do from hypothermia. He was hiding and dying, you think? You think you could have recognized that 9 years ago when your system left him lifeless and out in the cold in an alley? No. You think you could have realized that this man had children and grandchildren of his own. He was a man. Frank Paul was a human, not a dog. Yet you left him to hide and die. You left him when you could have had 3 chances to get him help. The first chance was when you found him lying on the yellow crates. You should have called him an ambulance instead of passing him off as another drunk Indian. Are hospitals too good for our skins? The second chance you had to save an Indian was when Constable Instance was called to the Cobalt pub. There was an ambulance parked right beside his paddy wagon. Mr. Instance could have had Frank checked out just as the victims of the 3-man fight got checked out. But no, you weren't thinking. Those men were drunk and disorderly, not Frank. He was too busy hiding and dying to cause a disturbance. He was too busy dying. What about when the detox workers asked, "What about him?" And you replied, "No, he stays with me." Then you left him. You left his body in the alley up from detox to hide and die. Why? Why did you do that to him? Why? I've been watching you as you do the relay down the line from Constable Instance to Sanderson to the coroners and to the prosecutors, and how they can't recall and how they can't say and how they haven't seen the video. And now you exercise your right to immunity with plans to close the doors to the Frank Paul inquiry as you continue to cover up. Looks like this will be another slam dunk for you and another slap in the faces of our beautiful Aboriginal community as you enjoy immunity. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe we will be surprised. Maybe there will be great changes within the policies and recommendations that we can all live with. Who knows?
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
For those of you in Radioland that don't know the Frank Paul story, essentially the police left him on the street to die, so people can look that up.
You can look it up. I put this on a blog, which is on the APTN site called Digital Drum. And you can also find a lot of the programs that I've done at Co-op Radio on this site. And you can, if you're First Nations and you want to upload some of your own videos, it's really easy. All you have to do is register under Digital Drum, or you can Google me, Gunargie, at G-U-N-A-R-G-I-E. You'll find another really great poem in here. It's called What Apology, and it was my response to the apology by Stephen Harper.